Hello, welcome to episode 22 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It is June of 1741 in our town, and it's been a little bit of time since we've been in here. I haven't done anything to the town since the last little bit you guys saw in episode 21, but we did have a couple suggestions from people who want to see a couple things improved. So we will get right to work. Chiefly, one person did mention that perhaps this well might not be enough for all of these horses, because I have it set for production only, and there's a couple things right here. It looks like it's going to be okay, but you know what they say, if you don't have a backup plan, you don't have a plan at all. So let's see if we can find a good spot to put another well over here. I think we can probably just put it right next to this. Put another one right there. And we're going to put a few more wells in various other places. See, these are still looking pretty good, but it's never a bad idea to have options. We've got 4 right here, so we probably don't need any there. These people are all getting all of theirs from these, and they seem to be doing okay for the most part. But we can go ahead and add some. We'll put some right here. Let's use our lovely little rotation key. That is pretty close. Doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be a little more exact than that. Alright, that'll be fine. So we'll just put one right there. We'll put another one right here. And someone else mentioned that we should have some more benches placed. So we can do that as well. Let's go ahead and zoom on in. The fine art of rotating using the R and T keys on a mechanical keyboard. That'll work just fine right there. We'll put another one right next to this one, just to give people a few more options for sitting. Let's see, where else? You guys seem to like this thing too, this little circle right here. I quite like that. We will maybe build another couple of those. Yeah, this area up here actually hardly has any benches, if I'm remembering correctly. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to capture our grid again by clicking on that guy. And we will go right here. Well, let's see. We've got... These are our shoemaking workshops. We actually do have a couple benches here, but we can go down here. Of course, there's some of the graveyard. But just because you want to sit down doesn't mean you have to go and stare at dead people all the time, you know? So we can actually come right here in front of some of these houses and just put a couple right here next to this tree. Yeah, who wouldn't like to sit underneath the shade of a beautiful tall birch tree? So that's a good spot right there for a couple. We'll come right here as well. Just give these people a couple of options. And of course, we got to come down here and do it too. Now I noticed if you put the benches on the terrain, they kind of conform. You see it waving around a little bit there. I know there's one way far off in the south part of the town that is just crazy. I think it's over by the church. We might go check that out in a little bit. But I did want to make sure we went ahead and had at least a few more benches around. Just give people some options as well. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, this bench right here. I don't think you'd have a fun time sitting on that, but it could be good for laying down if your head's at the top there. Now, what about our fishermen? Can't forget them. Let's go ahead and put a bench on either side of this field entrance here. Again, just to have some options. Then our tannery workers also deserve a place to rest from the toils of their labor. So we'll go right here. Just put a couple of them there. Put another one up against the side of this little fishing dock here. Actually, we can turn this one to kind of face the water here. And let's go ahead behind this guy. Go ahead and put in some bushes. Create kind of like a little semi-private thing to sit right there. Got some bushes to your back. Smell some beautiful flowers and all sorts of lovely plants, and you get this view right here looking out. You can watch people fish. You can see people working at the stuff over here. And oh wow, look at all these people crossing this bridge. That's a major thoroughfare right there. Now let's see. We also have this area down here we did build. We have a little people watching spot right here. So we're doing okay for places for people to sit down, but we will add a few more. Just for the sake of... You know what, actually, let's go ahead and get rid of that. And we can use this opportunity to plant some more trees. Of course, you know it's going to be birch trees, because that's how we roll here. We'll put a tree there. And there's cottonwood trees and all that stuff here, so we can actually leave this open right there. And we'll go ahead and... They've already got their trees there, so we'll go ahead and put one right here. We'll put another one right there. It's, you know, it's not perfectly equidistant, but it's going to be good enough. And then we'll come right next to this tree. Put 2 benches right there, and that'll help beautify that a little bit. And I think you know where this is going. We're going to do the exact same thing again. Right here. We'll do another one right there. And then they've already got one right there, so we'll go here. And then we will come right behind with a bench. Right like this. Very good. Now we are running the game on 1x speed because, you know, there's no reason to rush through stuff. And we're not trying to set a land speed record for building things, so they can just go right on their own business as slow or fast as they choose. It's not really going to affect us too much. I always love these buildings right here with the little inset. So what we can do, just put a bench right there, and we'll plant them a tree. I think you know what kind. I don't want to have it too close to this building, but we can put that right there maybe. That'll grow up pretty nice. These carts are looking okay. And then along the farm here, we can actually go ahead. I wish we had more bushes than just these dog rose bushes, but they seem to be pretty nice. I get the feeling I'll probably just end up putting a bunch of these in, but it's not saturated necessarily. It is some bushes. Those will look pretty nice. You know, just try to make something that's not completely just absolute stuff everywhere, you know? Give it a little bit of variety. Put another tree there, another tree there. Remember, they do have to get back in here. Let's see, oh, that cart needs repairing. So speaking of, somebody did leave a comment on one of the earlier videos about how our carts are in disrepair, so you know what that means. We can go right ahead, and as soon as I remember where the carpentry is, yeah, right here, we can go ahead and add another one or 2 of these. I don't think I've already added one of these. So I think that would go really well right about here. We'll just rotate this to kind of fit in here. Leave a little bit of space. I think that'll be fine right there. I wonder why this one's being built first. That's strange. But we can go ahead and have that good to go. We can probably actually add another one. And then somebody wanted us to build kind of over here. This is a pretty small area of the map. I don't know that right now is necessarily the best time to build over there, because it is going to be pretty hard to get another market area over here and also houses, because keep in mind the game does keep track of how close you are to market stalls, and we're just about at the limit right here. So we'd have to build another one right about here. And of course over here there's no stalls nearby, but we can build about out to here. And we had other people, I guess this is going to be the viewer request episode, but nothing wrong with that. Everyone likes to see different stuff, and that's part of why I'm doing this. So everyone can see all the fun stuff this game has to offer. So some people did want to see the largest possible garden houses. So I think I already did this in an earlier episode, but let's go ahead and just kind of expand this as large as we can get it to go. So that's going to be about as long as that's going to go right here. Then we'll Move this. I think this is about as big as you can get. Yeah, see, like right here you have, maybe you could fit 12 houses inside versus this default size you could fit 2, maybe 3, depending on how you have stuff set up. But that is the maximum plot size. I'm not going to put that there because I think that's a bad spot for it. But if you wanted a house with a larger plot size, that's what that would look like. I do want to build a couple of those, though. So let's see. You can't have one that's thin and really, really deep because it does have maximum fence size limits. But, actually, you know what? What the heck? Let's go ahead. I think I want to put this one facing down here. I apologize, not all of these are super straight here. So let's go ahead and do that. And can I reach this? No, I can't go all the way up there. But I can reach to that corner. And it's not going to let me place... Oh, it is. Wait a second. Is it going to let me... There's no way. Can I do this? Okay, no. The game won't let me do it. Okay, well, I thought for a second that might be interesting if it would let us do that, but I don't think it's going to. But it's not telling us which one's too long. Alright, so we know if we do this, it's not that one. So let's make that a little shorter. So we now know that that is still too long. Alright, so we now... Okay, right about there. So we'll come right out to here. I think the perspective on the curved monitor is making some of my lines not exactly straight, but hey, whatever. It's 18th century Ukraine. I don't think people were walking around with speed squares or anything. Alright, so that is going to be a maximum size house with garden. We have to decide where we want our house to go. I've seen some people put them way in the back. I've seen them put them way in the front. I've seen them put kind of like rotated like this. But I think just the idea of having the house right there in the middle when you have a huge garden in the back of the house, but they're still pretty close to the front here is probably good. So we'll go ahead and leave that like that. Yeah, so that'll be nice. And we can actually come up here and do a very similar thing with this. We can just connect these, except this time is not going to be maximum size. Let's see. The house should be inside the fenced area. Yeah, I'm trying. Just be patient with me, okay? Alright. That should be good. And then this one, we can leave the house. Actually, let's turn around and look at this like this. So this one, actually, you know what? Just for a little bit of variety and to kind of offset the people that say I have a little bit too much regularity in here, let's go ahead and put this one in here like this. So it kind of matches up with this, but you have a nice big front area right here. And they are doing wells. Let's see, where's this one they're building? All right. Yeah, we're still having houses have the I'm out of water thing, which is usually fixed pretty quickly, but not always. We haven't checked on these guys in a while. What are they doing over here? Oh, they're doing their thing. They're still got quicklime, got plenty. Oh yeah, they got tons. Do we still have deposits? Yeah, there's one here. I can actually just click the arrows. Yeah, we're doing okay. I think they might have added more in the new update. Okay, tell me down below in the comments if this is the new map that released with this. I think it is, but I can't be sure. And I don't want to just be wrong for the sake of being wrong and having information in a video, but you know. Anyway, so I am going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. And we'll have them finish all that stuff. But I have been reading the Ostriv subreddit, and there are a couple people, and as well as comments, I believe somebody brought this up, that houses that had gardens in them, actually at the back, if they joined up to a house, like you see right here, we have all these, this would actually be separated a little bit and there'd be a line of trees. This isn't something we've tried, But we could be open to, I think these cottonwood trees, these big, tall, narrow ones would be pretty good for that. We could try that out somewhere else. I want to make sure they get these carts a little bit more repaired here, and they're going to be pretty close to done with this carpentry pretty soon. Well, I hope all of you have been enjoying your week. It feels good to finally have a video put out after taking a few days off and strategizing some other content. I do have a couple of tutorial style videos in the works, as well as, of course, more episodes of this and looking into other games as well. So carpentry, of course, we're going to take the easy way out, go back to our other one, and copy paste all of these settings. Wow, that's really the only second one we've had. We have almost 500 people. I can't believe that. All right, so here's our house with the big yard getting built. And it's July, so I don't think they'll plant a garden this late in the year. Could be wrong. But if they do, it's going to be huge. I want to see what kind of food yields they've got here. I know there are at least one or two of you in the comments section that wanted to see that. So I will do my best to remember to come back and show this once they actually start growing something. Oh, there we go. Just about finished here. And there we go. Alright, so they've got, actually, this is, I think that's just weeds. They don't have any actual thing built yet. Let's see, let's follow the wife around, buying food. So she's going to go around. Usually, after the house is built, the wife will go and start tending to the garden. The way the game is programmed, at least. 18 years old. How old is the husband? Is this another one of those younger couples? Okay, 18 years old again. Buying firewood, going to the forestry. That's good. Wow, 500 firewood? You can carry all that at once? Jeez, that's impressive to say the least. Okay, so she's going to be working at the farm as a laborer. Yeah, so yeah, we're not going to get any gardens after all that, but this is a little bit of a departure from the same old, and you know, it kind of fits the mold. A little further away from all this density, you would have maybe more space for a little farm area. I quite like this. I really like this game. It looks like we did have a foal-born, a male horse, so we are actually not right now in need of them, but we probably will be if we add any more wagon sheds. See, these are all set up correctly. I think those have been taken care of for a while. Carpentries. Now, this says nothing ordered. If we go over here and there are any carts that are broken, I know they're liars. Okay, they're looking okay. Let's check out our cart sheds. That's an oil workshop. Okay, so this needs repair. Okay, so, you know, it's actually looking alright. Maybe they will come get the carts. Maybe not. I always wondered why they grew these just kind of random bushes if they're not having any crops. So let's see, what else? What can we do that would be interesting and fun for this? You know what? Why don't we go ahead and try planting a little bit of tree action right here on this side of the houses right here. Too close to another tree. How close will y'all let me do it here? Right here. Okay. So we'll just be seeing how close I can get. Because these grow up to be nice and tall. They're not very thick. They're not dense. So it won't be like a 40-foot tall hedge, you know, but it'll be a little bit of variety. And if we like how this looks, we could try that in another area of the town here. I don't know, this is going to be a little tedious, but hey, if you have gotten this far watching my videos, you have an appreciation for things like this. And if you don't, well, you're very patient, and I appreciate your patience as I take care of these very, very mundane things. But to me, that's part of the thing that makes this game so appealing, is the chance to just kind of, you know, lose yourself in taking care of little tiny details. It's like people who do stuff like model railroading or shipbuilding or anything that takes a lot of concentration and planning for things that, you know, the average person doesn't really pay attention to. But if you're, I guess, kind of the architect of your own little world, this the kind of stuff that you think about and energizes the mind, and it's just really relaxing. That's how I feel about this game. So we're just about finished with these trees. I'm sorry I'm slow placing these, but I want to make sure I get them lined up pretty well. Alright, so I am actually going to put... You know what? If I put this here, I can probably put another one... No, we're not going to go all the way down there. But that is a little row, and I guess there actually is a little bit of precedent for stuff like this. If you ever look at photos of... I know, especially in America, in the Midwest and like the Great Plains, they would plant these trees as windbreaks, so that the area around their house would not be all windswept, especially, you know, the Dust Bowl and all that stuff. There's a lot of really interesting science behind how farming works, and reading if you're so inclined. But let's check out this messenger, see if there's anything we can sell. We've been kind of lacking on that front. Salt, yeah, buy the salt. Are we stocking horseshoes? No, we should be. Let's see, we're not stocking dried fish. Oh, we're actually doing okay on that. Honey, we have plenty. Oh, well, they left. So that solves that problem. Yeah, I think planting these little windbreak tree things every so often is probably a pretty good thing to start getting into, just for the sake of aesthetics and also a little bit of realism, because this is, for now at least, kind of the outskirts of the town on this river there. I mean, of course, there's no wind in the game outside of wherever these windmills end up deciding to all point at the same time. But, you know, like I said, it's those little details that people really enjoy and make little worlds like this come to life. Now, so we'll see what these guys plant probably next episode when we go and take care of all of that stuff. But yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. We just did a little bit of detailing and adding these things in here, but I think that is going to be just about all the time we've got for this episode. I don't want to have too much going on at once, but farms are all harvested, at least over here. A little low-flying mode. Yeah, these are all harvested, ready to go. We have tons and tons and tons of hay. Our horses are healthy. We've got somewhere we have cows over here. Yep. They're all looking fantastic. Yeah, it's October 1741. So we have got just a few months, but I think we've made some pretty decent progress, and if nothing else, had a very nice relaxing time doing a little bit of this. But that's all we're going to do today for episode 22. Again, thank you so much for joining me for these Let's Plays. I really, really appreciate everyone who's been viewing and commenting and being supportive and offering suggestions, and even some constructive criticism never hurts to get. So if you have any thoughts or anything you'd like to see me do, feel free to leave a comment down below, reach out, even if you just want to say hi. I like reading those too. Be on the lookout soon for a couple of other videos that are not just Let's Plays. I've got a kind of Ostriv 101 thing coming up where it's the everything you need to do for the first winter to survive and thrive in year 2. And I've got a couple other things coming out as well, hopefully this week. So keep it posted for that. But until then, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.